Recording started. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji, Tabat Pranam. I think it's been a different venue. After a long time, we are coming out of Zenith to have this session. So, yeah, before we start the session, I just wanted to check with everyone. Let us start the session with a question on question. Got the question, by the way? I am going to ask a question on question. Did you get the question? No. Okay. I will ask.
We got a question.
What is the question? That's good. That's good to have a question. Yeah. Before we start our session, I just want to ask everyone, in our spiritual life, there are so many types of questions, right? How, why, what, when, where, right? Among all the questions in our spiritual life, which particular question is important? No, don't. One devotee should not give multiple questions, multiple answers, by the way. Okay, tell me, in our spiritual life, which question is more important? I know there are a lot of questions: what, when, how, where, how, why. A lot of questions are there. But in our spiritual life, which question is very important?
How? Who am I? Who?
Where is, okay? That's it. Actually, in our spiritual journey, all these answers, whatever you have given, right? These are more applicable for our material life. For material life, leading a very happy material life, I don't know, I can't guarantee that, but whatever material life we are living, those questions, whatever the answers you have given are right. I think your ears will burst. I think better to come sit down, I believe. Or do you want to decrease? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. In spiritual life, in material life, all these questions are very much. Some devotees have mentioned where, why, how, when. All these questions are very relevant and very good to have those questions in our material life. But in spiritual life, especially, all the devotees who are sitting here, I think they had a good journey with us. Good journey of almost 2 years, more than 2 years now. I think we have started our satsangs in July 2023, Prabhu? Yes, July 2023. Now, in this 2 years journey, all these are the devotees who have gone through this journey. So, for 2 years you have been there here. Especially in spiritual life, the important question is what? What I am supposed to do? Because now you got a clarity on some things. In spiritual journey, you got clarity on some things. Now the main important question is what I should do to reach that goal. Krishna Indukara said, Prabhu, that devotee, why he did that. How that is possible? How Ravana could do that? Such a wonderful Kshatriya, how he could do that? All these questions, I think we have gone through some journey. Now the more question in spiritual life should be what? Okay, what should I do to reach my goal? Now at least we have a clarity on what our goal is. Now what I have to do to reach that goal? That should be an important question. What we need to have in our spiritual. Nothing wrong in having the questions why, how. Sometimes those questions, the answers for those questions will help you what to achieve. But the important question is what only. What I should do now. The goal clarity is there, then we should think what should I do now. What are the situations we may be in? Good, bad. Some devotees might be in really very bad situations. Some devotees might be in good situations. It's a matter of, they say, right? Ups and downs would be there in everyone's life. But despite that, what we can do? What is in our hand? That's the important question. What is the important question in our spiritual life for any individual? For any individual. Okay? So, on the other day when I was going to my office, when I was going to my office, I landed in the office, and I was about to get down from my car, and I was seeing one I think very young couple. I think both they are boyfriend and girlfriend, and I think she was leaving him at that office premises and going, and they were having some discussion, and some disturbance is there, believe. So they had a discussion for good 5 to 10 minutes. I was simply monitoring from the car without getting done. I was simply monitoring them. I was seeing what they are going to do. So finally, at the end of their discussion, the boy signaled something like this, and the girl also signaled something like this, and then they both touched it, and they left. I didn't know what does that mean. You got it? Huh? At the end of all the discussion, he did like this, the girl did like this, and both their hands they touched, and they left. I was contemplating that physical gesture. Now, at one point of time, you will be reaching Krishna. If you see Krishna, greatest lover, what would be your reaction? Physical reaction, I'm saying. Leave about emotional, getting cry and all this thing. That's a different thing. But I was just gesturing that after seeing the gesture of that boyfriend and girlfriend doing like this, what kind of gesture we will make once you see Krishna? Pranam. One is pranam. Hug. Yeah, my answer was this only. So you should even think about that. You should even think about That's okay. That's okay. But leave about the emotional aspect of meeting. But what kind of gesture we will try to make once we see Krishna, the greatest lover. So after seeing those lovers, I got that idea. If you are going to meet one day Krishna, what kind of gestures we will make? Whether we will put Shashtanga Dandavat, or we will hug, or we will, what we will do. Huh? No, that's what. With the current, whatever known gestures you have, what would you? I don't know whether what are the additional gestures would be there, but I think hug would be. Personally, I would be hugging. Some might fall on feet. Some might dandam, namaste, dandavat pranam. Okay, yeah. So those are the couple of things what we discussed. Now coming back to our session, we ended with Advika beta. Advika, thoda, please give some time. Okay. So we have started our chapter last week with 2.31, where we mentioned about duties. So duties we mentioned. Now this duties, how many types of duties are there? There is a swadharma. Every candidate or every devotee or every person have some swadharma to do. And how many kinds of swadharmas are there? Yeah, because from us, we means our body and our soul. So within us, a body is there and a soul is there. There are two kinds of duties. One is related to soul, and another is related to body. Now the body, related to body, what is the dharma called? No, related to body. Now swadharma includes both of them. There is a swadharma to be done from a soul perspective, there is a swadharma to be done from a body perspective. But whatever we do from a body perspective, what it is known as? Come on, we discussed already. Yes. You are right. Claps to Pujita Mataji. Okay, that is what? Okay, claps to both Amrita Mataji and Pujita Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is it switch on, by the way? No. This speaker switch on. It is on only. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. I think there is one. Okay. So now the thing is, that is Varnashrama Dharma, which is related to body. Now, that body related duty will not guarantee liberation. Body related duty will not guarantee liberation. Now, what is the dharma which is related to soul? Bhagavata dharma. That's what it is said, Savai punsam paro dharma yado bhaktir adhokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. That is the ultimate goal of a soul, ultimate duty of a soul, dharma, duty. And whether you like it or not, you have to force your soul for Bhagavata Dharma. And we need to teach our kids also to do Bhagavad Dharma from a childhood days itself. Chinnapudu, when we were young, especially for me, I was a very, I didn't used to pay much attention to studies. And I used to love playing, cycling and all. But my parents, forcibly they used to make me sit. Forcibly they make me to sit and study, mathematics study. So they forced for a couple of months, they forced. And after, though I didn't like at that moment, I was forcefully studying for my parents, and I used to get good marks also. But once I got the taste of mathematics, without their intervention also, I loved mathematics, and till 10th class, no one, with my own interest, I studied whatever I got good marks. Right? Huh? Huh? Saina Nevala. Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Prabhuji and Matajis. Please put your effort in making kids devotees. Material life after that would be automatically taken care. A lot of people think what is your ambition means devotee means it's something like it's a different profession, like engineer, sportsman, IT engineer, manager, like the devotee is also a profession. If you are a devotee, you would be automatically aligned to your particular area of interest, automatically. So we should put our efforts in making kids devotees. So we need to teach kids for doing their swadharma mainly from a soul perspective, and at a young age they will grasp actually. After certain age, my dad always quotes in the earlier days, nipping in the budding stage is good. Mokkai vanganidi manai vonguna. Mokkainappude vongutundi. I don't know. Same, I think English, what we should say? Pauda bending easy, but tree bending difficult. That is Telugu translation. No. Basically, they are trying to say nipping in the budding stage is easy. Ante आसान है, वही पौधे को बड़ा पेड़ बन जाएगा तो दुकाना बहुत मुश्किल है ना. इसलिए that's what we are trying to. When their kids are there when small, then only we should teach this devotional service. Little way. For example, Advika is doing Tilak, simple service. Advika is doing simple service. Prasadam Pampini, simple service. We should engage them in activities. Jagannath Yatra. What Mataji? Prasadam Pampini. Okay. Prasadam distribution. So we should engage them in the early ages itself. We should engage them in good devotional activity in whatever way. There are so many devotees who are teaching Bhagavata tales from at 7:30 every Tuesday, right? I think, is it right? Pranananda Prabhu or Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. So you can join them. At a later stage, it's very difficult, Prabhuji and Matajis, to mold kids towards devotional service. Okay? So this is what we discussed. Swadharma body and Swadharma soul. So bodily duty is Varnashrama Dharma, which is a non-liberated state. So it will not guarantee liberation. But only through soul, where we perform Bhagavata Dharma, there is a guarantee of liberation. When I say liberation, there is no possibility of taking birth again. That's the point we are trying to convey. So it is a liberated state. Am I clear? So this is the 1.31 what we have seen last week. Any questions on that? Because now already soul journey is completed. Soul, related to soul, already Krishna has discussed. Now we are talking about karma or our duty. That's the part what Krishna is telling from 31 to 38 shloka in the second chapter. Now, when it's a very unfortunate situation in India that lot of people even don't know what is Varna, What is ashrama? How many varnas are there? What are they? No, okay. Another tell all the four. Another claps. How many ashrams are there? What are they? Amrita Mata. Sorry, ashram sheet, varna. How many varnas are there? Varna అంటే మీరు ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చండి ఆశ్రమం చెప్పాలి మీరు అది how many varnas are there? మీరు చెప్పండి మీ టర్న్ అయిపోయింది మీరు చెప్పండి how many varnas are there? పక్కన అందించడం ఏంటి okay, there are total 4 varnas. Hare Krishna, okay, total 4 varnas are there. Okay, so these are the 4 varnas. So lot of people don't know about this varnas, and even Krishna even tried to convince with lot of reasons. Earlier, before even coming to duty and all, Krishna tries to convince Arjuna, even giving illogical reasons. Okay, so you have seen, right, what kind of philosophies, even fake philosophies also you should fight, he convinces. So like that Krishna gives in our what are the last things he mentioned, and we understand that though the duty of Arjuna after listening to Bhagavadgita is to fight, but for us, is that the message? We should understand the underlying concepts of Bhagavadgita, which is applicable for us in our life. And each and every living entity in this world will be in need of Bhagavad-Gita concepts. Sure, for sure, no doubt. No one is spared, by the way. I am sorry to say. If it is something very negative or harsh. We should make an attempt to understand what are the underlying concepts in the Bhagavad-Gita. That's what Krishna is trying to make us understand. Unfortunately, after even practicing KC for considerable amount of time also, people won't get it, and with the luck of some Vaishnava mercy, devotee understand what is his nature. You know what, Prabhuji and Mataji, right now in our IT company or in our society, whatever the jobs they are doing, they are not doing as per their nature. Do you agree that? Do you agree? Okay, let me ask a question. Salesperson in a company, what kind of varna he has to be? Actually, it's a combination of both Vaishya and Kshatriya also. Kshatriya, I have to get the deal somehow. I need to get the deal somehow, and then we need a negotiation skills, right? Negotiation we need, right?
He also negotiates to get the deal.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what.
So Kshatriya, why is it not Vaishya and Shudra? Because he's working in the return of money. So he's Shudra, and he's trying to get he's selling basically. So he might be this. Otherwise, he's doing work for someone else.
No. There are two things here. Yeah, from an individual capacity, I'm talking now. If you are taking bigger picture from an organization perspective, yes, he's a Shudra because he's working under someone in a way. But I'm asking in an individual capacity. Right. That's what the point we are trying to convey here, bro. That no one is a perfect varna who are following here. Most of the IT employees, they are Shudras only. I think we have discussed enough on this. All the IT employees, despite they have born in a Brahmin company, they are not supposed to work. They are supposed to distribute the Brahmagyan. Yes, bro.
So anyone in marketing is a Kshatriya as well.
Prabhuji, that's what. See, ideally that particular person should be majority. एक बंदे का एक significant nature रहता है. If I tell sales guy, though it's a combination of Vaishya and Kshatriya and Shudra, what Prabhuji said, but there would be an inherent nature which is majority it will be playing. Ideally, he is a Kshatriya, says, I have to win this deal.
And if I don't win the deal, then Kshatriya.
It's not that. But we need to, it's a combination of all the varnas, but within us also there will be a significant portion of varna which is prominent in you. Which is prominent in you. For example, I am there. For example, Havish is there. Havish is there, and there is some problem in school. In his class, some problem is there, and in that problem, he sees that surely there is injustice in opponent party, and he is ready to fight also. He gets into fight. In a way, he is a Kshatriya. He is ready to fight. And again, the same fight with the talks. With talks also, he is trying to negate the situation and calming down the situation. In a way, it's a Vaishya quality. And in a way, whatever teacher tells, he is doing the work. He is doing the work. So he is a Shudra also. And in a way, for other of his friends who are very weak in studies, he is teaching them separately. Apart from school, his friends come to his home to take classes. He is teaching them. He is a Brahmana also. So, but all those qualities are there in a single person, but there will be a significant, prominent varna which is there dominating within him. That varna we should know, and it's better to place that particular person in that varna related job only where he can excel. He can excel according to varna. Okay. So now at least now after getting this KC knowledge you will be getting, at least you will try to understand. నిజంగా ఇన్ని 4 వర్ణాలు ఉన్నాయా అంటే నేను ఏ వర్ణాన్ని చెందుతాను, టు విచ్ వర్ణ ఐ బిలాంగ్ టు. లెట్ మీ ట్రై టు అనలైజ్. యూ విల్ ట్రై టు రెట్రోస్పెక్ట్ ఆర్ ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్, నాట్ రెట్రోస్పెక్ట్, ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్ ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్ అండ్ యూ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ కమింగ్ టు కేసీ. బిఫోర్ కేసీ నో, మా ఆయన డబ్బులు తెచ్చాడు, వచ్చింది, వంట వండాము, పిల్లలకు టిఫిన్ బాక్స్ పెట్టాము, జై జిందాబాద్, జబర్దస్త్ చూద్దాం. కేసీ Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness. No, it's a Gen Z world, right? So shortcut only works.
One person is trying to serve.
One
person is want to fulfill his life only through service. Doesn't want to do anything. After some part of his life, of his life, he wants to do only service. Then why to know the Varna Prabhuji? He wants to do only service towards Krishna, and his ultimate goal is to reach there. Only service. Then how Varna? No need to know about Varna.
Mataji, yeah, we will discuss about. We will answer this question in the later part of the session, because this particular question also is covered in the upcoming this thing. Okay. So once we get that knowledge, we will try to introspect, and then some intelligence develops. Okay, my prominent nature is this. My prominent nature is this. So I need to work accordingly. So as per this nature, what I am supposed to do? What is my Bhagavad Dharma? You will try to understand, and accordingly you will try to analyze, and you will try to align yourself with the God's words. Okay. So that then automatically the purification of heart happens. And even the whatever disturbances are there in your mind or heart, it would be cleared. Okay. So then you know what are you supposed to do life actually, and then that's what it goes. So which one to prioritize? Now tell me one thing. Do we need to prioritize Varnashrama Dharma or Bhagavad Dharma? How many say it is Bhagavad Dharma? How many say Varnashrama Dharma? No, it is both. Because you got this body, so you need to take responsibility of whomever the confidence are there. Because even the dependents, your kids who are there, they are also Krishna's kids only. So Krishna has assigned work or a duty to you to take care of them. So bodily Varnashrama Dharma we need to follow, and Bhagavad Dharma also we need to follow, but the priority is Bhagavad Dharma only. Okay. So now a question to everyone. Why is Kshatriya not advised to take sannyasa? Question.
Then who will protect us?
Yeah.
Because someone needs to protect dharma.
Okay. Yes. Any other answer? Why it is not advised? It's not only Kshatriya, actually even Vaishyas or Shudras also, they are not advised to come to sannyasa. Why?
There will be a clash in the dharma.
Because it's nature, bro. Nature, it will not change. Kshatriya, they are always ready to blood boil. If anyone triggers something, that's it. They are ready for getting into fight. They are tuned like that. They fight with lions also for getting that rajogun. So their nature is like that. A person, I think already I have taken enough number of times this example. A manager who is working in IT company, due to some other reasons, he made him to sit with beggars. He will try to manage there also, beggars. Hey, beggar, hey, number 1, 2, you go to Tellapur, number 3, 4, you go to Nalaganda, and after, huh? Which one? I don't know, I have not seen. Okay, I don't know. But the point is, we need to understand that our nature, as per our nature, we should work. So whatever, even the Kshatriya, why it is not advised? Because that nature doesn't permit for that. Of course, it's not a negative thing that if they are taking sannyasa at some point, there are some cases, but there are exceptions. But it is not advised. Okay?
Prabhuji, earlier all the kings used to take sannyasa after giving the...
That is vanaprastha. Getting away from duties, it's kind of a vanaprastha, it's not sannyasa. Yes.
Prabhuji, but after one first comes sannyasa.
Yes.
So Bharat Maharaj, Dhritarashtra Maharaj, there are so many who took it, right?
Yes.
And Vidur Maharaj came
Yes.
and scolded Dhritarashtra
Yes.
that as per dharma also you should go.
Yes. That's I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying it is not possible. These are rare cases. I'm saying. Generally, it is not advised. The kind of nature they are in, exceptions are there. That's what I've been saying. Exceptions are there, but there are so thousands and lakhs of kings. But how many have become sannyasis after Kshatriya? They have performed a role as a Kshatriya. You can count in fingers. You can check.
So they did not do on their own, right? But is it that they are not advised as per scripture? Is what I'm trying to understand. So when he did not do, but did they not do because they were too much attached to material things, or they did not do because it is not advised as
As
per
per
scripture?
dharma, they have to go in.
Prabhuji, scriptures in fact say that after certain time it's better to take sannyas. Any varna it is advised, but it is not a compulsion, because as per their nature it is not feasible. They advise any varna to take sannyas. After certain time, after vanaprastha, sannyas should be taken. But it is not a mandatory thing that they have to take and they have committed something sin. If they are not taken, you should not get into that mode.
Only Brahmana mandatory to take.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. So by nature Kshatriya is violent, sannyasi is tolerant, but only Kshatriya but Vaishya also can take sannyas. That's what we need to understand. Now let us go to one more question. Kshatriyas? Yes, but performing their role, they can even go to, for going back home, back to Godhead, it's not a mandatory thing that you need to take sannyas only, then only you will go. No. If you are a devotee, pure devotee of the Lord, you can go, Mataji. It's not that only sannyasi Maharaj is only go. Nothing like that. There is a possibility they can go to heavenly planets also. Without taking sannyas, if they are perfectly situated in devotional service, at any time, even in Grihastha ashram also, they can go, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, that's a religious duty, Mataji. That's a religious duty. For example, I think last week session we told, right? Even the very recently, few centuries back, there were like Rajasthan kings. They used to fight with lions in the forest manually. No, with no astra shastra, they used to manually fight with lion. And once the lion is killed, they used to give royal honor to the lion, because lion in a way served Krishna, served the king in maintaining a religious balance. Because for religious upkeep, always they should see the blood. Kings are expected to see the blood. If they are not seeing blood or any not fighting like this, after going into war, after seeing 2 to 3 soldiers killed like that, they might become unconscious. I have seen so many boys, almost 20 to 25 years, if they see blood, they're unconscious. I have seen personally. And it doesn't mean that they might be sensitive, but Kshatriyas are tuned like that, Mataji, that they should see blood to protect the society. That was this thing. Even it is mentioned, killing of that lion, and even during the yagna, whatever killing or sacrifice of an animal happens, it is not considered as violence. It is a religious activity. Even the animal which is sacrificed, it is a old animal which is about to die, and it is a benefit for everyone. It is a benefit for that animal which is being sacrificed for getting a humanly body or a higher body, and it is a benefit for the king also to know whether that sacrifice or yagna is successful or not.
No, but killing, then still they're killing the innocent.
No problem. That's why it is not considered as a violence, because we are giving a old animal a humanly body or a heavenly body. That's not considered as violence. It is mentioned in Shastras in these two cases: sacrifice in the yajna and killing of animals for the protection of sages in the forest. Okay.
And if the yajna is not
very good question. Now what Prabhuji is asking, if the yajna is not successful, what will happen to that sacrifice animal? Then the king and the brahmana who are performing the ritual, they will get the sin of killing an animal, if the yajna is not successful. If the yajna is not successful, both the king and the brahmanas who are performing that yajna will incur the sins.
In Kali-yuga, it's like most of them are not like doing perfectly.
Yes, that's why that's why in Kali-yuga in yajna also no one is killing the animals, no?
A lot of people do that.
Lot of people do that, Mataji, but they are not properly situated in Brahmin parampara. They are not following, no?
Yeah, not parampara, but other religions, other people's sects. There are sects of people who does that.
That's what they are sects of people, Mataji, but are they from parampara? They are not. I'm sure they are not from parampara. There are so many sects of people who do that. They have all this Kashaya Vastra would be there, Bottu would be there, but are they from parampara? I don't think so. No, they are not from parampara.
So they will incur sins.
They will surely incur sins, Mataji. They will surely incur sins. No doubt about that.
And Mataji, and is the animal going to die? Is it that old? The animal which they are butchering, that is also one more point. Old animal, and it has to be with that consciousness, like that much piousness must be there.
Prabhuji, most of the cases, what are the example you quoted, right, Mataji? They do it for the sake of sacrifice, but the main intention is to eat the flesh. Main, that's an excuse. Abba, దేవుడికి బలిస్తున్నాము లోపల అబ్బా నా సామిరంగా ఈరోజు. That would be the main consciousness is that. It's not the other way, Mataji.
Not to liberate the animal.
You're not to liberate the animal or not to see the sacrifice.
The pains
No, they are not from parampara. Parampara in the disciplinic succession they never do that. Now even that sacrifice is not there. Now
Other yugas, earlier yugas.
they used to do.
So they used to do.
Yes.
That was pious.
Pious activity. Yes. Okay. Now, does ladies have only grahasthashram?
Prabhuji, one more thing. So that means, say in hospitals and all, when a person is suffering a lot, sometimes with heart, from the very heavy heart, people give the thing, okay, let him die because he had been suffering a lot. So that is also like not a sin. That
Yes.
is not a sin.
Ideally, if that kind of situation is there, we need to take guidance from Guru. And there are instances. I don't want to quote, but there are instances where Guru he disciple request Guru Maharaj, I am really not able to bear. Can you please help me in relieving me from this body? The pain is unbearable. Please, can you inform the doctors to do this? It's very rare scenarios, Prabhu. Exceptions. There are scenarios where Guru accepts and it is being done also.
So what if the patient doesn't,
Patient
doesn't convey? But we are seeing that the patient is in very deep pain.
That's what, Prabhu. If a proper,
It's our call, not
no. Without taking his approval, we will not do. If he is fine to get relieved from his current body after Guru's acceptance, it is done. It is not a forceful activity. Again, these are exceptions.
It's a very hard thing.
A very hard thing, I know. Okay. Now, does ladies have only Grosthashram? Nothing else? No, everyone has. Ladies also have Brahmacharya. Grosthashram. They have Grosthashram, and after that Vanaprastha. After the sannyas. Sannyas in the sense, don't think that ladies have to wear kashaya vastra and take a danda and go out. No. For them, sannyasa is staying in a room 24/7. Even in our older days, I don't know whether they are doing now. In my old days, even the old people, they used to chant and stay in some mola kuchoni. They used to chant and they used to only think about Lord and bhajans, and they used to attend Harikatha 24/7. They used to engage themselves in devotional service only. That is also, they are having these 4 things. Ladies also have 4. But sannyasi, Mataji, try to understand what is sannyasi. Tell me, what is the definition of sannyasi? Tell me.
After some age, like 60 or 70, go outside, go into the forest and do meditation.
That's what. So now,
You're going out of the
now the thing is that sannyasa, that indirectly means 24/7 you are in KC. 24/7 in KC. In other things, the 24 KC is not very much relevant or very much not applicable. Nothing wrong in having, but sannyasa means 24/7 KC only. Whatever the act they do KC only. Same thing, ladies who are there in house, they also do the same thing. Morning they get up, they manikattukoni, they do the puja, and prasadam bhog they will be doing it, and after giving bhoga to the lordships, they take prasadam, then they do chanting, and they sing something, they sleep, they chant, and like that, the final days of their life they spend only in devotional service. That devotional service might be in a form of service, in a form of chanting, in a form of anything. There are Navavidhi Bhakti. What are those Navavidhi Bhakti? Okay, it might be now a lot of new devotees are there. I have invented, or I have discovered short form for everyone to remember, acronym for everyone to remember. You want to know what is the short form? Short form is Sri Krishna's Pav Dosa. Sri Krishna Stavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. 3 SKS. Sri Krishna's SKS. Stavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Next is what I told, Pav. PAV. Mumbai, Maharashtra Pav, everyone famous, no? Pav. PAV. P. Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. Next is Dosa. DSA. It is Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Sri Krishna's Pav Dosa. అందరికి మన కలియుగంలో అందరికీ ప్రసాదము తిండి వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, రైట్? సో Sri Krishna's Pav Dosa, you can easily remember. So basically, sannyasa is nothing but, Mataji, 24/7 you are engaged in Krishna, either in the form of hearing about him, either in the form of talking about him, anything. Even ladies, they, yes, Mother. Yes. We should plan our journey like that. At one point, I think most of them responsibility over. For example, Amrita Mataji is there. Son with job doing.
It's not over.
Job doing. Marriage is done. But Mataji, every time you can't be behind them. They might be every time, each and every minute you can't be behind them. They should also know that we should getting detached. We should get detached for sure. At some point we need to plan our way like that better. Otherwise we will suffer. Okay. So now coming to 2.32. After half an hour we are starting our first shloka today. Okay. Let us try to chant this together. Yadruchaya chopapanam swargadvaram apavrutam sukhina kshatriya partha labante yuddham vidrusham. So now, translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets. So here, Krishna is trying to say, if you fight, it's a benefit for you. How it's a benefit? If you fight and if you win, you will rule the entire planet. If you fight, you will lose. You will go to the heavenly planets. If you fight and you will lose means what? You will die. You will die. Even if you die, you will go to the heavenly planets. So if you fight, it's an advantage both way. If you are winning, you will rule the current planet. If you are dying, you will go to the upper heavenly planets. Right? Now, if you don't fight, what is that? If you don't fight, what is that? What is the loss? If you don't fight, what is the loss? If you don't fight, what is the loss? You will be seeing in the next sloka 33. Okay, but still we will try to go through this purport. Avish, can you read the purport? Yay!
As supreme teacher of the world, Lord Krishna condemns the attitude of Arjuna, who said, I do not find any good in this fighting. It will cause perpetual habitation in hell. Such statements by Arjuna were due to ignorance only. He wanted to become non-violent in the discharge of his specific duty. For a Kshatriya to be on the battlefield and to become more
Non-violent.
is the philosophy of fools. In the Parasara Smriti are religious quotes made by Parasara, the great sage and father of Vyasadeva. It is stated.
Okay, fine, that's it. It is stated. So, Kshatriyo hi prajarakshan shastrapani pradandayan nirjitya parasanyadi kshitam dharmena palayet. The Kshatriya's duty is to protect the citizens from all kinds of difficulties, and for that reason he has to apply violence in suitable cases for law and order. Therefore, he has to conquer the soldiers of inimical kings, and thus with religious principles he should rule over the world. Considering all aspects, Arjuna had no reason to refrain from fighting. If he should conquer his enemies, he would enjoy the kingdom, and if he should die in the battlefield, he would be elevated to the heavenly planets, whose doors were wide open to him. Fighting would be for his benefit in either case. ఇదే విషయం మనం ఇప్పుడు ఈ ప్రస్తుతం ఉన్న సమాజంలో చెప్పామనుకోండి, ఫైట్ చచ్చాగా ఎవడు చూశాడు, after dying, who has seen whether he will go to heavenly planet or not? That will be the dilemma or doubt they will be having. But Krishna is promising, right? Okay, additional examples from Parampara. Lord Krishna is enabling here for us to see Swadharma beyond this life alone. Actually, most of the people in the society, they are stuck with this life only. They actually, though theoretically, though they know that there is a life beyond after this life, but practically it's very difficult to visualize for them. Are you getting this statement, Babaji and Mataji? Are we really worried about next life or not? Everyone. How many are really worried about their next life? Lift your hands. Okay, very good. మీరు చేతులు ఎత్తకపోతే నేను ఊరుకుంటానా? Yeah. So, wisdom opens the doors of Lord Krishna is enabling here for us to see Swadharma beyond this life alone. Yeah, that's the point. Next, Lord Krishna is explaining Arjuna that this battle is a great opportunity for benefit only. He is showing how Arjuna can prosper by performing his duty. Lord Krishna is showing the bigger picture in larger scheme of things. మన పిక్చర్ ఓన్లీ కొంతవరకే ఉంటుంది. ఐటీలో మంచి జాబ్ వస్తుంది, మా ఆయన సంపాదిస్తున్నాడు, పిల్లలు చక్కగా చదువుకుంటున్నారు, ఇది ఒక ఈ ఆఫ్టర్ 6 to 7 years he will be the 10th class anyhow. I think I am IIT, so my kids also obviously, if not IIT, REC or something would be there, JNT something they will get for sure. After that marriage happens. I think after seeing JNT or IIT, obviously marriage proposals will fall like that. ఎవరికి పిల్లలు అనుకుంటారు ఉంటారు. But plans, it's not always our plan. There are some plans which are beyond our plans. What Krishna plans we don't know. ఎవడి సినిమాకు వాడే హీరో అనే డైలాగ్ సినిమాల్లో బాగుంటుంది, కానీ మన సినిమాకి మనం కూడా వెళ్ళాలని కూడా మనం గ్రహించట్లా. మన సినిమానే కాదు.
My friend was there. Till class 9, his marks were least. In class 10, where Lord Krishna gave him like consciousness, he got 90% plus and everything.
Yes.
And now he's a child accountant. First attempt he cleared everything.
Wonderful, wonderful. Since Prabhuji was saying, I was having my wife also knows Nirmal Jyoti, one girl, my classmate, 10th class, from 5th class to 10th class, she was our classmate, and she, among the 50 to 60 candidates, always she used to be some 31st or 32nd rank, kind of very average or below average student she was. And we never used to speak. We never used to bother. One Miss Nirmal Jyoti used to be there also. We forgot. 1993 10th class or our 10th class got over. 1993, and from 1993 till 2025, 32 years. We never met. We never have any contact. Something. Never had any contact. Suddenly, I came to know that she is a FATF head for India branch. FATF means Financial Action Task Force. It's an international organization. And she is heading the Indian entity. And somehow, for some business, I'm approaching her now. Hey, Jyoti, manam friends kada. So point is, probably sometimes no, whatever we plan, we never imagined actually. She would be getting into that kind of a position. We never imagined, never actually. But today, see the situation now. What it happens? So that's what. So I don't mean that you should not plan, but you plan. But I know Krishna is a supreme controller. I know he is a supreme personality. I know he is a supreme enjoyer. But he is a supreme planner as well, and he is a supreme surpriser also.
No, because if we don't do our sukarma, our karma, the sukarma, then obviously our future thing will go into minus only.
Yes.
So we have to.
We should be prepared. I don't know why it went. Why we went that side? Krishna's plan is bigger. Okay, that's what. When he says bigger picture in larger scheme of things. Bigger picture in the larger scheme of things. Next, Lord Krishna is not promoting heavenly planets here. As we all know that heaven is also temporary. But Lord Krishna is encouraging on to make gradual progress by accepting religious principles. Lot of other religions, they say that heaven and hell are the only two things. Yes or no? Only heaven and hell. After that, they khel khatam, dukan band. That's the general philosophy. But in our Sanatana Dharma or in our Vedic scriptures, there is so many Brahmandas are there. We belong to one Brahmanda where 14 planetary systems are there. And these 14 planetary systems are divided into 3 lokas. Bhuloka, Sargaloka and Narkaloka. In Narkaloka 6 planets, Sargaloka 6 planets, Narkaloka 7 planets and Bhuloka 1 planet. Okay? Now, rules of dharma are arranged according to the nature of the people when they act heroically. Definition of success is different according to their nature, and Swadharma is designed accordingly. So that's what the point he says. Now 2.33. So now Krishna tries to explain, if you don't fight, what is the loss he is explaining in this shloka. Let us try to do this together. Atha chetvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tatha sarva dharmam kritim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. If, however, you don't perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins of neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as fighter. Now, Prabhuji, I think already we have seen this. Ki, if you fight, if you win, enjoy kingdom, and if you lose, enjoy heaven. When you are fighting, but if you are not fighting, that's the answer he told here, Krishna. If you don't perform your religious, that's why here the duty comes, and that duty also religious duty. What is religious duty? What Krishna is recommending. Krishna is recommending. That is a religious duty. Whatever Krishna says, that is a duty. If, however, you don't perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting and your duties, and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. Now, purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki. Huh?
That statement applies to us
Also, also Mataji, it applies to Mataji. Yeah, in the upcoming slokas it will come, Mataji. We should do our duty, and also duty with no attachment to either the work or to the results of the work. Very difficult. Try to understand. Now, let me take an example and tell you. For example, Mataji son is there, and she might have done lot of hard work in making him study and all these things. Finally got into this thing, whatever university he is studying, well and good. Now, నేను కష్టపడి చదివించిన బిడ్డ ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ ఏం కంపెనీ మాతాజీ? ఐబిఎంలో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాడు. శభాష్ అమృత. That is now work is while you are doing that act of making him study. Mama vaani చదివించానండి ఇవాళ. You are giving a report every day to Prabhuji. ఏమండి మనవాడిని ఇవాళ నేను బాగా చదివించానండి, నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ మా టెస్ట్లో బాగా మార్కులు వస్తాయి. దట్ మీన్స్ యూ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ అటాచ్డ్ టు ద వర్క్ ఆఫ్ యు ఆర్ మేకింగ్ యువర్ సన్ స్టడీ. యు ఆర్ అటాచింగ్ టు ద వర్క్. నౌ అటాచింగ్ టు ద రిజల్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద వర్క్. అప్పుడు నేను కష్టపడి చదివించిన బిడ్డ ఈరోజు ఐబిఎంలో చేస్తున్నాడు. యు ఆర్ అటాచింగ్ టు ద రిజల్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద, బట్ యూ కెన్ అవాయిడ్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. యూ షుడ్ నాట్ గెట్ అటాచ్డ్ టు ద వర్క్. యూ షుడ్ నాట్ గెట్ అటాచ్డ్ టు ద రిజల్ట్ ఆల్సో. Yes, as a duty of my mother, I did my job. His place. Now let me concentrate what are the priorities for me. Till now my priority was this. Now my priority have to change a bit. And what are the priorities? I would say free will, your choice. Right?
So mustn't there be any passion involved in the work?
Prabhuji?
Passion involved.
Nothing wrong in having passion, bro. Nothing wrong in having a passion.
To the work.
No, nothing wrong in having a passion.
So if we have passion, then it is the
Prabhuji, I am going to a job.
Yeah.
ఏంటో చెప్పండి, ఇది పంచుకున్నట్టు చెప్పండి వాళ్ళు. ఓకే Prabhuji, I'm working as a director of operations in my current company, and daily before I go to job, I pray to Krishna. Krishna, I think you have given my dependents, my wife, my kids are there, so I need to work, and please see to that I am not hurting anyone in this endeavor of serving my dependents, and please make me in such a way that I am unnecessarily getting deviated from Krishna consciousness. So for example, some candidate is doing a wrong thing in my company. I need to chastise him, but while chastising I should have a consciousness that I am chastising him for his correction. I should not, after I chastise, I should not have a grudge that వాడు ఇలా చేశాడు, उसने करेक्टली किया, उसको और भी करना, तो अभी तक सुधरा नहीं है, नेक्स्ट टाइम और ज़्यादा डोज दूंगा. That consciousness should not be there. Okay, so I don't know if I made sense or not. So getting attachment to the work, we will discuss in detail in the 3rd and 4th chapter. It is about karma only. Actually, first 6 chapters is karma yoga, so we will discuss about karma only. Next 6 chapters are bhakti yoga. Last 6 chapters are Jnana Yoga. So mainly karma only we will be discussing, but 2nd chapter is a summary of all the things, all the topics. Okay. So purport by His Divine Sai Chavara.
Arjuna was
Purport by
His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Shiva in the dress of a hunter, Arjuna pleased the Lord and received as a reward a weapon called
Pashupatastra.
Pashupatastra. Everyone knew that he was a great warrior. Even Dronacharya gave him medicines and awarded him with a special weapon by which he could kill even his teacher. So he was credited with so many military certificates from many authorities, including his adoptive father-in-law, the heavenly king. But if he abandoned the battle, not only would he neglect his specific duty as a Kshatriya, but he would lose all his fame and good name and thus prepare his royal go to hell. In other words, he would go to hell and by fighting, not by fighting, but by
Withdrawing
from battle.
battle. Yeah. Withdrawing from battle. Additional examples. Inaction for the right cause is more sinful than action performed incorrectly. We all have been given talents, powers, strengths to perform our duty. If we take everything and we don't perform, then it's sin. Example, doctor not giving medicine is also a crime. Doctor cannot say, why punish me as I did not give any wrong medicine. Doctor not giving medicine is also a big crime. చాలా మంది అంటారు కదా, నేనేమి డూయింగ్ రాంగ్ ఈజ్ రాంగ్, డూయింగ్ నాట్ రైట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో రాంగ్. That point what Krishna is trying to convey. Doing wrong is wrong, everyone knows. But not doing right is also wrong. Most of them don't know. నేనేం చేశాను రవి? Silent గా అంతే కదా. Nobody will care
A lot
that.
of people are doing that. Let's ignore it.
I'm doing
Let's be
At least it's in
not doing right only they will say.
it's in whatever is there. If the danger, I leave about the danger. If you do that thing, some danger will come. That's a different scenario. But even if by doing that action from your end, which is right, will not be any danger for you, then also people won't do Mataji. There are some people like that. Okay. So, example, teacher cannot say, I cannot be punished because I did not teach anything wrong. Not teaching the right thing is also a sin. Teaching he is doing. You understood the statement here? Teacher cannot say, I cannot be punished because I did not teach anything wrong. Not teaching the right thing is also a sin. Leave it. That's a different topic altogether. We need a separate session for it.
Babaji, in a situation where, let's say, a police catches you when you're driving,
Yes, ma'am.
and he asks you for a pollution certificate.
Huh?
He asks you for a pollution certificate.
Pollution.
Pollution
Certificate.
certificate.
Yes.
Now you don't have a pollution certificate.
Yes.
The fine for it is 1,000 rupees.
Yes.
The police says you give me 500 rupees.
Huh.
Now you know what you're doing is wrong, but you still give him the 500 rupees. Will you get the bad sin for it?
Yes, you'll get that. Yes, you'll get. Yes, you'll get. You need to pay 1,000 rupees and get the pollution certificate and keep it, or have a soft copy. You'll get a sin for it.
So that is where
Yes.
he's saying that
Yes.
even if you know and you don't
Yes.
perform your duties, you'll
Yes,
be
yes. Kshatriyas are considered as representatives of God to protect the society, and if they don't act, they are doing injustice to the society. Even Kshatriya who did not come to save Draupadi, even Kshatriya who did not come to save Draupadi has paid with his life in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Even Pandavas paid by suffering the austerities of living in forest for many years. హీరో అంటే మన సినిమాలో హీరోలకే కష్టాలు ఉండవు, కానీ ఇక్కడ ఎవరు కామెడీ ఏంటంటే ఈ మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్లో ఎవడు హీరో కాదు. మన అందరం జీరోలు కాబట్టే మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్లో ఉన్నాం. ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్. మెయిన్ పాయింట్ ఈజ్ hero is no. You are very humble. You are telling like that, but lot of people would be there, right? So we don't know. So yeah. Okay. So 2.34. Let us try to do this together.
We are the ultimate.
Yes, we are the chosen. No, not chosen.
Ultimately the
Scrap. We are come.
ultimate scrap.
2.34. Let's do this together. Akirtim cha vibhutani kadhayisyanti te vyayam sambhavitasya cha kirtir maranad atirichyate. Maranad atirichyate. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. People will always speak of your infamy, and for respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. Dishonor is worse than death. Okay, now purport. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Now please listen to this carefully. Both as friend and philosopher to Arjuna, Lord Krishna now gives his final judgment regarding Arjuna's refusal to fight. The Lord says, Arjuna, if you leave the battlefield before the battle even begins, people will call you a coward, piriki panda. And if you think that people may call you bad names, and if you think that people may call you bad names, but that you will save your life by fleeing the battlefield, then my advice is that you would do better to die in the battle. For a respectable man like you, infamy is worse than death. So you should not flee for fear of your life. Better to die in the battle. That will save you from the infamy of misusing my friendship and from losing your prestige in society. So the final judgment of Lord was for Arjuna to die in the battle and withdraw. Not withdraw. Sorry. Now tell me, what do you mean by the question for everyone? What do you mean by the comment misusing my friendship? Raise your hands. There is a statement that will save you from the ill fame of misusing my friendship. Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Right. Wonderful answer.
From the perspective of
Actually, now see, how many of you know here any member of parliament here? Anyone? Member of parliament? No, personal. I want personal. I want personal connection. Anyone knows member of parliament? No? Anyone knows at least MLA? Personal.
I know member of Golo.
Anyway, the point why I am asking like this is, if you know an important person in your life and you go out dappa saying that I know that person, but if you are not taking the advantage of his position, then what use or what gain you are getting? For example, one person is there, one big CEO is there. I know CEO. My uncle is CEO. Now all this almost 2004, almost 21 years. I never asked any professional help till date. Any professional I never asked. And now I am asking, Mama koncham business unte ivara please ani adugutanu. I have a freedom to all this while we are only Mama Allullam. We are only father-in-law and son-in-law. That is the relation we had, and we are a good rapport. And all this while our relations were not professional at all, and we are happy with that space of personal relation. Now I am in a situation where I need business to come for my company. Now, if I am not asking him, whom can I ask? Can I ask in the same capacity some other person is there? If I go to him and ask, will he oblige even will he give an appointment? No, right? No. Now in this context, he is my mama. I am having that much access is there with me as a friend or as a relation, and if I am not leveraging that relation, what use is that of having that relation? Now it can be taken negatively also, but I am just trying to give a live example related to this. When he says, what do you mean by misusing my friendship? it's a bad name for me, right? Are Krishna దగ్గర guidance పొంది నువ్వు పిరికి పొందలాగా వెళ్ళటం ఏంటి? Is it not a bad name for Krishna? కృష్ణుడు లాంటి వాడి దగ్గర you got a message, wonderful message you got, and after listening to Krishna's message you are planning to leave. It's a reputation of him is getting also bad, right? So that's the point what he's trying to convey.
That's why Lord Krishna was insisting to Uddhav also, Uddhavji, that he was not clear with the thing, so Lord Krishna knew that.
Yeah.
And he was not asking, he only told you, ask me. Now I'm leaving the planet and you didn't ask me anything. Now you ask me so that you are clear in your vision.
Yes, that's right. Additional examples. Word pride is used usually in negative connotation, but it is not wrong to be proud of something being glorious. Arrogance is negative. Pride may or may not be negative depending upon his use. Word honor is usually used in a positive way as it is used to make us act honorably. Here Krishna is using the power of honor to make Arjuna act honorably. That is how Varnashrama system works. When an activity is not honored, then automatically others will not feel honored to act on such activities. You are getting this point, Pujisa Matajis? When an activity is not honored, then automatically the others will not feel honored to act on such activities. Now, for example, some Jagannath Radha has happened in our community. Okay, and you are having in the vicinity at pandal, everyone has gathered, and there are some chappals kept. One devotee has been assigned a seva of taking care of chappals in a proper way. Now, if you are not giving honor to that service, but generally in general parlance, medically what chappal dekh raha hai, what kind of thing he is doing? Especially non-devotee, they think no. I mean, non-devotee, they will obviously think, నాకేంటి చెప్పులు చూసి సేవ ఇచ్చారు, చక్కగా ఏదో గార్లాండ్ వేయటమో ఏదో కర్తాలు వాయించడమో ఏదో ప్రసాదం డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషనో ఆగో అందరూ చందాం, చెప్పులు చుట్టం ఏంటి చండాలంగా తిడతారు కూడా. బట్ when you are not honoring the activity itself, how others would try to honor? I have seen personally country heads and CEOs Bartan Majik in Gurdwara. Yes. Huh? Dignity of labor. Yes. Anyway, that's a dignity of labor. It's a different concept in a professional life. But even I'm talking about in devotional service also, if any activity is being done, we should honor the service whatever we are doing.
In ISKCON itself.
In fact, Krishna has done the service of washing everyone's feet in Rajasuya Yajna, what Yudhishthira Maharaj has performed. You know that, right? How many of you know this? Everyone knows this? Yes. Hare Krishna,
One big question is here.
Yeah.
You told, Lord Krishna told Arjun that if you're not fighting, obviously you will incur this much sins and all.
Yes.
But Balram didn't fight. He went. He
Yes.
wasn't there in Mahabharata.
No, he was not there. He was not there. Yes.
So, how do you take that?
Prabhuji, again, just say all to the different
Lord
topic.
Krishna told him also that you must have fight. You must have fought. When he was telling that River did that, he also told that you must have fought.
Yeah, that's a different topic.
So did he had to incur something for?
No. He won't any incur any sins, Prabhu. He is none other than expansion of Krishna only, Prabhu. So you can't.
I know, but
He is not
directly Krishna. He's not.
No, he's the expansion of Krishna, Prabhu. He is Krishna himself.
Krishna.
Krishna, that's what it is. The expansion of Krishna only. So you can't quote to his expansion. He is similar to Krishna only. Balram is Krishna, Krishna is Balram. Of course, he is the expansion of Krishna. Anyway, Prabhu, Sheshna is also Balram only, Prabhu. But anyway, it's a little bit different topic, Prabhu. We'll discuss later.
Vishnuji is Krishna.
Prabhuji, that's a different topic, Prabhu. We'll discuss later. Okay, there is a human need to feed belonged. Sorry. There is a human need to feel belonged and in the process be respected. Though feeling a need to be honored is negative, but it can use to stop us from doing dishonorable things. Society is meant to bring out the good side by honoring people for the good things they perform and dishonor people for the bad things they do. That's good in a way, actually. Even a small kind of work we are doing, it's good to honor devotees. It's a very good thing. What is the minimal thing? anybody is doing, for example, Ramesh Prabhu is there. He took the in charge of transportation of any yatra. Now he's a Asthana transportation manager for us for any yatras in future. So I mean, it's not an easy job. But once you, if anyone can take up that job, you will understand what kind of difficulties are there in that. Externally it might be happening. ఏముంది ఆయన ఒక క్యాండిడేట్ మాట్లాడాడు, రేట్లు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, అందరూ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేశారు, అంతేగా. Very simple, no, for telling. So it's not, we should respect. First one, word pride is used usually in negative connotation, but it is not pride. Generally, you are proud of something. For example, you are proud of something. In general parlance, majority of your son is there. Your son is working in IBM. Even there is no sandarbha. No one asked you, where is your son? If someone asks you, tell him, it's a different thing. Even if no one is asking, hey Swarna, తెలుసా మా అబ్బాయి IBM తెలుసా నీకు? No, there is nothing wrong. అరే పుత్రోత్సాహం తప్పేం లేదు కదా. It's not as a grave sin, right? Yes. So generally that pride is taken in a negative sense. General majority of the things, there are so many, especially elders or the seniors, who they boast a lot. It's not required. Sandarbha is not there. Huh? Grandparents, yeah, they used to do. Actually, that situation is not there, but still, if someone asks you, for example, someone asks, for example, someone asks our Meena Mataji, if someone asks, who are you? Then there is nothing wrong in saying that I am queen of some state, I am queen of some country. Nothing wrong in saying that. But if no one is asking, and she says, hey, I am Badshah, I am queen, Auntie, that's not required, right? It's a pride. So general Mataji, pride word is very negatively used majority of cases. But what Krishna is trying to say here is, word pride is usually negative connotation, but it is not wrong to be proud of something being glorious. Something, yes, Arjuna is of a caliber who got astras from demigods, like the Shiva of Lord Shiva, like Lord Shiva and so many other acharyas, he got astras. There is nothing wrong in feeling that gloriousness. That's what he's trying to. But it is not wrong to be proud of something being glorious. You dappalu kottukodam tappu gaani neeke nu anukodam tappem leduga. And whatever the astras you are getting, you are trying to use in service of Krishna. You are trying to use in service of Krishna, so nothing wrong. So in that aspect, he is trying to say that pride word is generally negative, but it is nothing wrong in feeling proud about it within you, not to go and do Danka Bajai. Okay?
Prabhuji, in this same example, Bhishma was on the other side of the Kauravas and Pandavas.
Yes, come again.
Bhishma.
Havish, sit down, Havish.
Was on the side of the Kauravas.
Who are at the side?
Bhishma.
No, Bhishma, yes, Kauravas.
So he has not actually performed his duties to the required levels what he should perform.
Yes.
And establish the dharma.
Yes.
So he would have definitely gained his sins.
Yes.
For which he has to pay back.
Yes, correct, yes, he has to pay, and he had paid, no? Okay? Yes. Power of honor is used to encourage Arjuna to act heroically. Arjuna had the honor defeating the entire Kaurava army in the battle of Virata. Now him moving back from performing his duty is not honorable. Clear, right? Am I clear? Got it, no? Now 2.35. 2.35, let us do this together. Bhayadranat uparatam mamsyante tvam maharadha yesham cha tvam bahumato bhutva yasyasi lakhavam. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki. The great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant. Now, lose if you don't fight. Now, he is trying to convey, Krishna is trying to convey the point that you are going to lose if you are not fighting. Already we have seen the scenario where if you are fighting, there is the advantage of whether you lose the battle or you win the losing. But if you are not fighting, if you are not at all fighting, what is this thing? That's what the point is, not fighting. Sin. There are three things. Sin. due to giving up the duty. You are not doing your duty. Number one. Number two, you will become infamous. You become infamous. And number three, criticism fled out of fear. Piriki panda. Infamy, worse than death. Okay? That's not the point he's like. Now the same point, doing the wrong thing is wrong, but not doing the right thing and remaining neutral is also wrong. Okay? Purport. Purport. That applies to Bhishma also. Yes. It applies to Bhishma also. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Krishna continued to give his verdict to Arjuna. Don't think that the great generals like Duryodhana, Karna and other contemporaries will think that you have left the battlefield out of compassion for your brothers and grandfather. They will think that you have left out of fear for your life, and thus their high estimation of your personality will go to hell. Additional examples from Parampara. The variance between our intention and people's perception causes mortifying misconception. Number one, our personal intention might be noble, but public perception can be negative. Sometimes, please, whatever the temple fiasco has happened last week, temple, whatever thing is, perception is matter, Mataji. Sometimes there are a lot of people in and around society. दुनिया जाए भाड़ में, मैं अपना काम करूँगा, आई एम फोकस्ड, मेरे को कुछ, मैं मेरे ट्रुथफुल पर्सन, आई एम हॉनेस्ट पर्सन, मैं सभी ठीक कर रहा हूँ, भाड़ में जाए सोसाइटी. हैव यू हर्ड दिस काइंड ऑफ कमेंट्स? Sometimes we need to consult society also for this matters. Sometimes we need to consult society also. That's the point what he is trying to convey, Krishna. Our personal intention might be noble, but public perception can be negative. Even though who think you are great will change the perception if we don't act in a way expected by them. Okay? There is not concept of we and they. Actually, it's only we. We are all part of the same society, so we cannot say I don't care about what society thinks. Same point. As we live in interconnected middle world, at least we need to have a apt explanation for our actions when someone asks. And it's advisable to perform acts which are radically rejected by society, useless, unless we have a strong explanation for our intentions. For example, if a young boy decided to become brahmachari, external world will perceive that this act is just for escaping from worldly responsibilities. By the devotee's intention may be truly serve society by passing on Lord Krishna's message. So there is a need for a transparent communication to explain the society why some are choosing this sacred path. Otherwise, our intentions will be misunderstood in longer run. Our fanatic behavior will cause further hardships for our future devotees. Okay? When we practice Krishna consciousness, it's our responsibility to clarify people why do we do. They may or may not accept what we do, but they should at least feel they know why we are doing what we are doing. Being a devotee is a responsible position. You know, how many of you know Narhari Prabhu here? How many of you know Narhari Prabhu? Apart from Himanshu Prabhu, anyone knows Narhari Prabhu? He is a temple president of Metpalli temple, right? Metpalli, yeah, Metpalli temple. He manages Metpalli temple. Once before becoming Brahmachari ashram, he visited. He is a doctor by profession. He went to. We are. I think we are done 8 o'clock over, and I stopped it. Okay, I stopped it. So no more this thing. We probably will take. This is the last shloka. So Prabhuji, before taking Brahmachari ashram, he went to Gauranga Prabhu. Everyone knows Gauranga Prabhu, right? Not Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Gauranga Prabhu, you know, right? Yeah, Gauranga Prabhu. So Gauranga Prabhu, he went and asked, Prabhu, I am in a dilemma whether to enter into a Grihastha ashram or a Brahmachari ashram. He asked. What was any guesses? What would have been his answer? हिमांशु प्रभु को छोड़ के कोई भी बता सकता है.
He shouldn't have any doubt like that.
So my question is, what would have Gauranga Prabhu suggested Narhari Prabhu? Okay, number one. Anyone else?
Sorry, what was the question?
One Narhari Prabhu, who is a temple in charge right now in a Metpalli ISKCON temple. So before getting into Brahmachari ashram, he was a doctor. He did a medicine with a wonderful rank. He came and he did medicine. He worked as a doctor also for some time. But before getting into next step of his life, he inquired Gaurang Prabhu whether I'm in a dilemma whether to enter into a Grostha ashram or Brahmachari ashram. So what would have been the answer from Gauranga Prabhu? Is the question. Hmm? No, he's not married. He's not married, but he's medicine over, and he started working in a hospital as a doctor also. He was not married. At that time, he was thinking whether to take Brahmachari ashram or Grostha ashram. Okay. In a way, he's a bachelor. He's a bachelor. Brahma. Huh? His answer was so anyway, answers are over. So the answer what it was given by Gaurang Prabhu, I will tell. If you are entering into Grostha ashram, there also debbal padtai. If you are entering into Brahmachari ashram, there also debbal padtai. Debbal padtai means beatings. ఏ దెబ్బలు కావాలో నువ్వు డిసైడ్ చేసుకో. Because in the Brahmachari ashram, the double is in the form of mind control. In the external the environment, lot of stress or lot of things would be there. Austerity has to be there from a mind and heart to act on some things. In Grostha ashram, our relations are there. Purification from wife, purification from son, purification from daughter, purification from parents, purification from in-laws, husband, sorry. So in both the things, beating is for sure. Now it's up to you which beating you want. Huh? A spouse. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm chasing. Yeah. So spouse, purification from spouse. So finally he took a decision of going into Brahmacharya ashram. And everyone appreciated it, and he is nicely serving the deities in Medpalli temple, and he is taking care of the lordships. And our first darshan was in ISKCON Medpalli. 2017 we got introduced to KC, and first after coming into KC, the first temple we visited was their temple only, Narahari Prabhu's temple only. So that was the answer. So when we say all this, that's how the relevancy comes, Brahmachari and Grostha. Huh? But again, it's not a ready-made answer, Prabhuji and Mataji, because it's not always advised that everyone has to go to Brahmacharya ashram only, because there are multiple parameters. Nothing wrong in getting into Grostha ashram. You will be knowing your nature. Yes, Brahmacharya ashram, and he is serving here nicely. And he has converted a lot of villages. He has made a wonderful devotees from villages actually. Villages. In Telugu, place village in and around Medpalli. In and around Medpalli, he visits lot of villages, and lot of villages have become devotees. Villages have become devotees. Devotees actually. Wonderful devotee actually. వాళ్ళ అమ్మ ఉంది మాతాజీ. వాళ్ళ అమ్మగారు అంటే నాన్నగారు లేరు. వాళ్ళ అమ్మ కొంచెం స్టార్టింగ్లో ఇబ్బంది పడ్డారు, బట్ లేటర్ షీ యాక్సెప్టెడ్. 24 మాతాజీ, 23-24. Medicine అయిపోయింది, and he was working in a hospital also. He was earning good income there in hospital also. But later, so now Krishna was trying to say, go beyond this enjoyment. So 2.36 we will take up. We'll take up next week. Okay, any questions? Bachelor and Brahmachari. That's a very good question. Mataji, bachelor is more like a English word. And yes, Brahmachari means, Mataji, in our Sanatana Dharma concept, who is contemplating to be in Krishna consciousness, and whether to move. బ్రహ్మచారి అయిపోయాక కూడా గృహస్థాశ్రమంలో వెళ్ళటం తప్పేం లేదు. అంటే కాషాయ వస్త్రం వేసుకొని బ్రహ్మచారిగా కొన్ని రోజులు ఉండి దే కెన్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు గృహస్థాశ్రమం. నథింగ్ రాంగ్ ఇన్ ఇట్. అండ్ కొంతమంది బ్రహ్మచారి కాషాయ వస్త్రాలు వేసుకొని అండ్ దే ట్రై టు సర్వ్ 24/7 కృష్ణ బీ ఇన్ కేసీ అండ్ దే బికమ్ బ్రహ్మచారి. రాధేశ్యామ్ ప్రభుజీ, గౌరాంగ దర్శన్ ప్రభు, గౌరాంగ ప్రభు, ఆల్ బ్రహ్మచారీస్ ఓన్లీ. Brahmacharis only. But now when you say bachelor, no KC, nothing. I can go evening 6 o'clock show, 9 o'clock pub. After that, I don't know, some jingleggedy, some things you don't know. Live in relationships. I mean, seriously,
They're
Mataji.
not getting married, but
They live now. Hyderabad also, I mean, proudly they are putting this thing. Live in co-working card. Co-living. I've seen a big banner, co-living. Co-living. So, bachelor and brahmachari, there is a difference, Mataji. Bachelor means they are having a KC, they are in KC, and they are trying to serve 24/7 KC, and but they have an opportunity in, and after some time of being brahmachari, they can choose growthashram also. Nothing wrong in it. I have seen a lot of devotees like that. Lot of devotees who are there in Kashaya Vastras, and they later, after 4 to 5 years, they move into the growthashram, and they are nicely serving deities even after growthashram. Nothing wrong. Yeah. Any other questions, Prabhuji and Mataji? I think we are done, but any other questions? I thought I was aiming for completing 40th shloka.
Prabhuji.
Chappan.
భిక్షాటన అంటే స్నానం చేయకుండా అట్లా రూపాయలు పెడతారేమో భిక్షాటన చేస్తే ఆ భిక్షాటనలో అవి ఉంటుండొచ్చు కదా మరి భిక్షాటనకి పవిత్రత
నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు, మళ్ళీ చెప్పరా ప్లీజ్, సారీ.
భిక్షాటన
చేస్తారు, అవును.
ఆ ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళు పూజ చేశారో లేదో వీళ్ళు చాలా నిష్ఠగా ఉంటారు.
అవును.
అది ఎట్లా భిక్షాటన కరెక్టే వాళ్ళు అలా ఉల్లిపాయ వెల్లుల్లి స్నానం చేయకుండా కూడా ఉండుతుంటారు. అది యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తారు.
మాతాజీ, నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే మాతాజీ, దే ఆర్ డివోటీస్. They are devotees, and generally they won't accept Mataji. Earlier, no, whenever they in the earlier years, when brahmachari or when some sages are coming, they used to properly serve Mataji. They used to properly serve. But nowadays, it's not a వచ్చేవాళ్ళు డివోటీ ఏం కాదు, వచ్చేవాళ్ళు డివోటీస్ ఏం కాదు, అండ్ పెట్టేవాళ్ళు పెద్ద భోగం ఉండి ప్రసాదం ఉండే ఇది కూడా కాదు. కానీ ఇంతకుముందు ఎప్పుడైనా when earlier days, when any sage or any brahmachari used to come, they used to properly prepare. That respect used to be there in our culture actually. ఎందుకంటే they used to respect for someone who is wearing kashaya vastra, they used to respect a lot. Now with the kind of Nityananda Swami scams, ఇవన్నీ స్కామ్లన్నీ జరిగాక ఆ కాషాయ వస్త్రాలు వేసుకునే వాళ్ళ మీద కూడా ఇట్ హ్యాస్ అవర్షన్ వచ్చేసింది జనాలకి. But earlier the days were not like that. They used to respect any sannyasi Maharaja, someone who used to come in, they used to respect proper pomp and pomposity they used to do. ప్రాపర్గా నా సామిరంగా ఏంటి అంత డ్రమ్ములు భజంత్రీలు పెట్టుకొని వెల్కమ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు. They used to welcome like that. That respect used to be there. But nowadays, whoever is asking for bhikshatana, they are not pure, and who are giving also, they are not this thing. లేదు మరి అక్కడ ఆయన వచ్చి వెళ్తే గినా whoever gives the bowls or whoever gives the prasadam, they specifically they purified after offering to the god only they give. After offering to the god only they will. There will never will be an instance where he is coming okay, I will give some thing without offering and all. They will not do. Yeah. Any other questions from this Mataji?
Probably one question was hitting my brain. Like, I know, like Kshatriya, you were talking about the Kshatriya thing in the starting. So Kshatriya has to see bloodshed and all, you know. And I know by killing an old animal who is going to die, you're liberating, maybe he may get a human form or something. But instead of killing that poor animal, there are so many criminals and all. He has to see bloodshed. So there are so many criminals, big criminals. Why can't he kill them? Why can't he instead of killing that poor animal?
Prabhuji, Krishna knows better than you and me.
No, I know.
Krishna knows, and Krishna has given this instruction. Okay, there is nothing wrong. You are not. He is also telling that you are not incurring sins. You are not incurring sin by sacrificing an animal in this thing.
No, instead of that animal, if someone kills a criminal. No,
Prabhuji, again there the consciousness is, your consciousness is not right. Your consciousness is not at all right. Criminal, इसको मार के sacrifice करना ना.
Valmiki,
Because that animal
so
is.
Prabhuji, Valmiki who was, you know the story about Valmiki, how big criminal he was. He got transformed. Angulimal got transformed. So humans can transform, animals can't.
Yeah. But the consciousness is what you are telling in a revenge mode, not in a mode of
No,
criminal.
not revenge mode. Means he hadn't been pious all the time and he had been.
Prabhuji, that punishment is necessary for the criminal. For example, 15 for a murder he went to a jail, and for 15 years he has to be
He
there in
didn't do
jail.
anything personal to me.
No, but still, whatever the crime he has committed, 15 years, रहना है तो रहना है, Prabhu. That is for his good only. For his good only. Only after closing will do. After.
Should we do the announcement before closing or after?
Shall we do it now? No, what is it? अभी मैं
Before this we should do or after is what I'm asking.
इसके बाद करते हैं. And any other questions, Prabhuji and Mataji? Any other questions? Huh? Beatings, okay. Mataji, see, you know the beatings of Grostha, right? మీరు గృహస్థాశ్రమంలో ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి అది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా, అది క్లియర్ కదా, యువర్ క్లియర్ విత్ ద బీటింగ్స్ బీయింగ్ ఇన్ ఏ గృహస్థాశ్రమం, రైట్? వాట్ ఇస్ ఇట్ మాతాజీ? దట్ మాతాజీ, ఐ మీన్ సి మాతాజీ, మా ఆవిడతో endless list actually, endlessly one in that endless list one thing I will tell. Before marriage I used to have a one minute Ashish Prabhu, 1 minute. Before marriage I was having a wonderful, my dad being in a defense Air Force he worked, and I used to study in Kendriya Vidyalaya, and I till my BTech got over I was having very wonderful reputation of Mahesh means punctuality means Mahesh. That was the name or fame, pride I was having. Mahesh means punctuality means Mahesh. That was the thing. Then Krishna has arranged me before marriage itself. I am having my friends Pratima, Srilata, Sarita and Shilpa. Four. No, boys. I'm not Mataji. Why am I talking about? Because some freshers party. No. Farewell party for our seniors. So we BTech third year, we need to give a farewell party to the fourth year students. Let me stop the recording. I need to stop the recording.